Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today it will be the first book of the Chronicles, chapter 8. Now Benjamin begat Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Aharah the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And the sons of Bela were Adar, and Gera, and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Ahua, and Gera, and Shepuhan, and Huram. And these are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Geba. And they removed them to Manahath. And Naaman, and Ahiah, and Gera, he removed them, and begat Uzzah, and Ahihud. And Shaharaim begat children in the country of Moab, after he had sent them away. Husham and Bara were his wives. And he begat of Hodesh his wife Jobab, and Zebiah, and Mesha, and Malcham, and Joaz, and Shakiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. And of Husham he begat Abitub, and Elpal, sons of Elpal, Eber, and Misham, and Shamed, who built Ono and Lod with the towns thereof. Beriah also, and Shema, who were heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Aijalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath. And Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, and Zebediah, and Arad, and Adair. And Michael, and Ispa, and Joha, the sons of Beriah. And Zebediah, and Meshallam, and Hezekiel, and Heber. Ishmerai also, and Jezliah, and Jobab, and the sons of Elpal, and Joachim, and Zikri, and Zabdi. And Elniah, and Zilte, and Eliel. And Adiah, and Beriah, and Shimrath, the sons of Shimei. And Ishpan, and Heber, and Eliel. And Abdon, and Zikri, and Hanan, and Hanena, and Elam, and Anahitajiah, and Iphidiah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsharai, and Shehariah, and Athaliah, and Jaresiah, and Eliah, and Zikri, the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of the fathers by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. And at Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, whose wife's name was Maachah, and his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zachar, and Mikloth begat Shemiah, and these also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem, over against them. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribabal, and Meribabal begat Micah. And the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Tereah, and Ahaz begat Jehoda, and Jehoda begat Alemath, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza, and Moza begat Beniah. Rapha was his son, Elishah his son, Azel his son, and Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bokeru, and Ishmael, and Sheriah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshek his brother were Ulam his firstborn, Jehuish the second, and Elphalet the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, and 150. All these are the sons of Benjamin. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Now, one of the things I wanted to go ahead and show here was, or discuss here, is Saul and Jonathan. This was so nice to read here, is we see in 1 Chronicles 8:33, and Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan. And what's so powerful to me, I mentioned in yesterday's video, is the idea of just how little time relatively has passed for the Jewish people since the days of Abraham. And it's really it's a testament to how persevering they are, that they've been able to endure all the adversity that we've read up to this point in the Bible. Of course, when we think about it, we'll start with the persecutions that Abraham and Isaac endured, in the sense that Abraham says to Sarai, Abram at that time says to Sarai, and Isaac to Rebekah respectively, they say that say to these men that you are their sister, that they're their sister, else the men will kill them and take the women, because they simply don't have as many men, because of what the context of all of this is, in the sense that they're just starting off and they don't have as many men. So it's very difficult for them in that sense. And then the next thing that we're looking at here after that is, for example, in terms of the difficulties that they endured. Think about the struggle that you know Jacob had with his sons. Where Joseph ends up being he ends up going to live with Pharaoh, because not live necessarily as Pharaoh. First, he's working in yeah, Joseph, right? He was sold as a slave to Potiphar, right? I just wanted to confirm that he was indeed sold like into slavery in that way, and not just like dropped off there. So he was sold as a slave to Potiphar. Again, I'm just confirming the actual word of slavery because of how intense it all really was. Exactly, like it's very intense because slavery in 2023 is unacceptable, right? From like a first world perspective. But in biblical times, that was what it was. So Joseph is sold into slavery to Potiphar. Of course, this happens as a result of the fact that his brothers want to murder him because he has the dream where it shows that he is the greatest of his brothers, of his peers. And Joseph, of course, is a very great man of the time. And of course, the exact words from Pharaoh are man in whom the Spirit is. The Spirit of God is, the man in whom Lord Naren White is. So Joseph, a man that I had a relationship with, and to think, he goes through that adversity, and then after that, after the Joseph's test, of course, Joseph, Levi, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Levi. Excuse me, the line doesn't come from Joseph. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Levi, Kohath, Amram, Moses. Next, alongside Moses, the whole difficulty of breaking free of the bondage of slavery. And you think, just a few generations ago, this was one man, Jacob, Israel. Just a few generations ago was Israel. And so that struggle is so powerful, because by the time we get to Joshua the son of Nun and taking the land of Canaan in the name of the Lord, it's a legend that will never be forgotten, without a doubt, at that point, because of the scale of success that has been achieved. And I know that, like, when you look at like military achievements and throughout history, like the fighting and winning a land of the size of Israel today, or the land like isn't as like magnificent as a lot of the military achievements that have happened like historically. Like, for example, even Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase would have been more land, right? And that was just like the Louisiana Purchase. But I mean, what it's meant, what it stood for and what it symbolized, which was the fulfillment of the prophecy that the Lord gave to Abraham and to his seed after him, that they would rule over the land of Canaan. And what's so amazing to me is that, you think about just how little time a few generations really is. So again, Jacob, Levi, Kohath, Amram, Moses, Joshua. From the time of Jacob is 6 generations. Just imagine if no, there are not like some huge surplus of like mass conversions happening, right? This is actually the men from the 12 tribes of Israel and them multiplying over time. And that shows you that that was not an easy feat to do, and even in 6 generations, because you know they started off with that line that we just mentioned. And to have overcome all of that adversity and to have done the great things that they did is something that will always be remembered. And for me, it truly is. When we took the land of Canaan in the name of the Lord, it was it cemented that first, the legend. It cemented the legend there, of the Hebrews becoming the Jews and taking the land of Canaan, because what they achieved would never be forgotten after that. So that's where I'll go ahead and end the Daily Dive video there for today, and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dive video. Since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I worked my software developer job. I uploaded and scheduled the Daily Dive video for 2/5/23, and I created, uploaded, and scheduled this Daily Dive video for 2/6/23. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to say thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel. I'd like to be with you all. Take care and thanks again.